Well, hello, everybody. Welcome this morning. Welcome to the Medicare Space live show. We are here with Sylvia. Well, my name is Victoria, but we are here with Sylvia Toscano.
Welcome back.
She is back. We missed her. She is back. She is brighter than ever.
I like the sun today.
She's brighter than ever. She is back with a vengeance. She is back with energy. She is ready to be
back.
here.
Thank you, Jesus.
Did you miss us?
I did miss y'all. I was gone. It seemed like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I went on vacation. I went to Cancun, had a wonderful time. There was 19 of us that went.
Really?
So we ate and, of course, drank. And so we had a wonderful time until I got back. And then I got, what is it? Montezuma's Revenge.
Oh my gosh.
For 8 days, I ended up at the minor emergency clinic twice. And one doctor said it was probably the seafood, and the other one said it's more than likely the water. And so, we tried to drink bottled water, but, you're brushing your teeth and you might, take a little sip here and there. And then you go to a restaurant and they always give you water.
Yeah.
And, before you know it, you've drank a couple of drinks and then you're like, oh my God,
What's
I'm
going
sorry,
on?
I need a bottle of water. So yes. So for a whole week, 8 days, even this week, I still felt a little light on my feet. And so, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm back to Starbucks.
She's back. We missed her. I know Adriana filled in for you while you were gone. Well, we were gone last week because I know you guys were away and I was away. But before that, you were gone. So you haven't been with us for 3 weeks. Wow.
I was at the senior center. So the senior center's open back up again. And it was wonderful. They had an open house. And so I literally had a line of my seniors because everybody wanted to talk to me and hug me.
Sylvia's famous. They're like, oh my God, we see you live. She's famous.
I love my seniors. It was so good to just to touch base with them and talk to them and see what's going on. Fortunately, we lost a couple of them from the senior center. About a week ago, and then a couple of weeks ago, another one. So not because of COVID, just illness, diabetes, things like that. But it was good to see everybody again. And I had gone 2 weeks before, and it was kind of dead. There was nobody at the parking lot. And then when I went that Friday, I believe it was the 9th, it was packed.
Yeah.
It was, I took 150 bags and I ran out of them.
Oh, wow.
I could have used at least another 50 to 75.
What was in the bag?
It was just a really nice, I got it from one of the carriers. It wasn't a plastic bag. It was just a real, one of those H-E-B bags, grocery bags.
Okay.
Really nice.
Like the paper bags?
No,
or
it was not. It was
those like material?
It was a material.
Gotcha.
Really, really nice. I was looking for something from one of the carriers and I got 150 really, really nice bags. Actually, everybody's like, can I have 2? I'm like, no. Just one.
The good old seniors. Always trying
seniors. I'm like, no. And thank God I never gave 2 away because by the end, I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have anything more. So
some things never change with our seniors. Can I have one for my aunt and my friend and so that's hilarious.
And they did, yes.
Well, that's good that you're back. You're back from you didn't get stuck in Mexico because
we all had to take the COVID test. We got there Monday and Wednesday we took it. And it was negative. But we were all thinking, what happens if it's positive? Or we literally stuck
that
here?
Is kind of scary.
Are they gonna kick us out of the hotel? And
what was there like a hostel just full of people that are positive?
I have no idea. And I think we were all kind of afraid to ask.
We
asked, we're kind of,
holy
bad
moly.
juju and stuff.
So don't drink the water in Mexico because if first of all, you're gonna come back, and you're not gonna be able to come to work.
Yep.
Or the good side is you're probably going to lose like 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then, I'm still a pig. I was still hungry.
Yeah.
I ate nothing but soup and I hate soup. I'm not a soup person.
Really?
So I got peanut butter sandwich. And that's what I survived on because I couldn't really eat anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't eat bread.
So what did the
I try
doctor
not
say
to.
it was? Was it like,
He said I got 3 types of E. coli.
oh my God.
And I called for the results, and the girl is like, 3. Hold on. And she goes, like, I can hear her going and coming back. She's like, yeah, you've got 3 types of E. coli. I'm like, 3? I go, is that pretty normal? She's like, no.
No. Okay,
I'm
so
like,
you ate bad
really?
seafood.
I ate bad seafood.
You drank the water.
I drank the water.
You drank too much.
I drank too much. That had nothing to do with it. But my daughter said, who goes to Mexico and eats rare food? Because I eat rare steaks and I shouldn't have.
Well, you think you're in a nice hotel.
Yes, exactly.
Luxury,
that's what my thinking.
But you forget, you don't know where it's coming from.
Yes.
But I would think the seafood would be even more fresh there because you're like literally, you're in Mexico.
But if the water's dirty and the fish is there and maybe they don't clean it properly, I don't know. But either way, next time we go, I'm taking my own. I'm just going to eat pudding when I'm there.
Well, don't eat. Oh, Carmenza says she's back and no more seafood left.
No more seafood.
Oh,
Rafa said something funny yesterday to me, and I thought about it.
Yeah.
He said, you were up there. Were you sick? And I said, no, I didn't get sick till after I came back. He goes, because your body is on vacation and it's holding down the sickness. And the minute you come back, it's like, okay, it comes out. And I thought, well, you're right, because I was up there for 5 days and I never felt bad, like never.
Well, maybe it takes time to I'm not a doctor, but maybe the bacteria or whatever takes time to grow
or something. So I was at Conviva this week. And look at what I made.
Okay, so Sylvia,
I made this hat.
So Sylvia brought this yesterday, right? Let me shrink it down to what it looked like before, right? So she says, hey, do you know anybody that can use this hat? And I'm like, well, let me see. No,
obviously a child.
Well, so I'm like, well,
I put it on Lulu and it did.
So it's super cute. Mila's actually here down here. She's we're gonna have to try. She's asleep because she woke up at 5 a.m. with me. But so I'm gonna put this on for the rest of the show. No, it's not gonna fit.
You know what? It matches your blouse. A little gray.
Yeah.
Put it under your
So I'm gonna try to keep it on like that. Well,
lovely. If you want one, give me a call. If you
want one of these beautiful, nice,
by my special hands,
made by ST Sylvia Toscano,
call me 210-878-9534. And if you prefer a different color, hey, there's a lot of different colors.
And I'm sure she can make you something else. Maybe you could use this for like a little banana hammock or something.
Or a bell, a Christmas bell.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Sylvia's back. She's ready. She's come shining like a beautiful sun ray in the sky. The lemon. She's here to spread the joy today. Thank you, Anna, for watching. Thank you, Carmenza. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all for watching and joining in. And as always, liking the show, liking the channel, because the more you guys like, the more you guys comment, the more the show gets spread out. And we're a little rusty today because we skipped out last week. And I really do hate skipping out on a week because I feel like people want to see us every Friday. And when we say, we're going to be here, we should be here. But stuff comes up.
Things happen. How was your weekend?
Oh my God, it was good. So I was at a conference, the 8% Nation conference. It's an insurance conference in Dallas. So luckily it was here in Texas. But I was there from Thursday, didn't come back till Sunday. And I am super tired still, but it was good. I learned a lot. I go to these things to try to better myself. I meet a lot of people. I meet friends that are in the industry that are not really here, but we collaborate. We learn things. We learn from each other. It was awesome. I loved it.
That's good. I'm glad. And she comes back and teaches us and educates us, and it's amazing what she learns and shares with us. A lot of times you have employees that go and they just kind of want to keep the secrets and not, share it. And it's wonderful to work with someone that's willing to help you grow.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what we do. And we've got one more addition to our family here.
Yeah. So far we're now at 3. So we started hiring back in March, the Medicare space. And the reason for hiring, right, is we're growing. We're growing as a company, not only on our external distribution channel, which that means agents in the field. So like people like Sylvia that are at the senior centers, at Convivas, at these places. So we have our external distribution, which are our field team, which without you guys, our seniors can't get the help that they need enrolling into these low income programs, getting, food bags the way that you guys were giving. So things like that. So that was awesome. But then I felt that there was a need for our internal channel to grow as well. So we hired 3 people since March, which it's only been like 1 a month, right? So we're hiring pretty fast. So we're growing our team and we're looking for awesome people to help our seniors. We're trying to set ourselves apart in different ways. And so I'm always looking for ways to grow and how can we serve our clients better, because as you grow, there's growing pains. Some clients might get upset because maybe, we can't get to them fast enough or something. So we're trying to fix that. Not that we get that a lot, but I'm not perfect.
In every job.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
People they want it rush.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it, fast and quick and sometimes, we can't.
Mm-hmm. So we are growing, guys. So you're going to see a lot more of the Medicare space everywhere. Soon to be TV, soon to be radio. I'm going to put that out there. That's not happening right now, but you just never know, right?
Yes.
One day. But right now we love the live show because we can reach you guys through Facebook, YouTube. And I was on my Instagram. I'm like, oh, you know what? I could probably start putting this on Instagram because Instagram live, but we wanted, as always, okay. So I'm going to need all your knowledge. I'm retiring. Hey, Anna, we're here. And you know what, Anna, we owe you that toothbrush. Sylvia actually took it yesterday because you didn't.
Finally, you're calling.
I know.
It's been there for like 3 months. Every day I come to work. Well, not every day I come, but every time I come, it's right there in the front. And then for the last 2 weeks, I keep saying, I'm going to take it home. I'm going to take it home. And yesterday, Brooke was cleaning up the office. And she's like, are you going to take this with you? So she just wanted it all the way. I'm like, yes, it's in my car. I figured it's probably stay in my car for another week or 2. So
yeah. So Anna, we don't forget about who we owe things to. Okay. So just send us your address and we're going to Amazon you
yes,
it was one of those really nice electric toothbrushes. Sylvia got anxious and took it home, and now her teeth look extra pearly white today. So direct message me. That was from a while back. I think a few months back when we did a giveaway. We got to maybe we'll do like 1 a month because one every week was getting a little much, but maybe we'll do like 1 a month. And so we'll start
next week.
We'll start next week.
Month.
So be sure to join in next week, and anybody can win. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you're a friend of ours. It doesn't matter if you're a customer. It doesn't matter if you're not. Anybody can win. So just be sure to join. Just by participating and by showing up, you can get rewarded. How about that?
That sounds good.
So as always, guys, the model of our show is we talk about this much insurance.
No, close it a little bit more.
This just a little bit, just a little bit,
just a little,
and then we'd have this much fun. We talk about everything else, but we still think it's important to get the information that you need.
Yes.
And that way, the information that you need, if you're not of Medicare age, you can send this to people that you know. So one thing I wanted to touch on today, because I know you've been on vacation, Missy. So you're like a little rusty right now.
Yes.
So how many years have you been in insurance?
Let's see.
Like 10, 12?
In 2008.
Okay.
That's when I got my license.
So
or
that many years, because we're not good at math, right? That many years. And then you go on vacation for 2 weeks and you forget everything you know.
Everything. I walked in the office. I'm like, where am I?
What is this place? What is this place? Is this the Twilight Zone?
As it is, you get rusty because you do something so often. And then when somebody asks you a question, you're like, wait a minute. Usually I'll call you, try to call somebody to figure it out. Because sometimes it's like, okay, I don't want to give any misinformation. I want to make sure. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So today, what we want to just touch base on really quickly, because we always want to give information. I know you guys like the entertainment over education, but we'll make it fun. So what I've been running into a lot lately is people that are coming on new to Medicare and they really don't know their options. They'll enroll naturally because they hear about this Part D penalty,
right?
Like they hear about this, you got to get drug coverage. So they end up getting drug coverage and they just end up picking something, but they don't know all their options. They don't know about picking up a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage, but specifically on the drug plans, okay? Specifically on the standalone drug plans. When you shop these drug plans, what happens? You got to get a list of your medications, right?
Always get a list of medications because they vary. So you might take a particular medication and it might not be on the new plan, or it might go from a tier 2, which is normally maybe $10 to a tier 3, which now you'll be paying 47. So, or even from 47 to tier 4, that's happened often to where people move insurance. And then when I run across from them, they said, they moved me or I got moved and I was paying 47. Now I'm paying 100. And so it's very important to find out, whoever you talk to, get your prescriptions out. If you're thinking before you even speak to somebody about changing your drug plan, get all your prescriptions out, put them all in front of you, and let them check. And if they don't, if they're not asking you with your prescription, don't even go there. Don't even look to change insurance with this particular person, because obviously they just want to make a sale.
Well, but specifically talking to new to Medicare first. So let's talk about new to Medicare first. People that are new to Medicare, when you're trying to choose a drug plan, there's 2 ways that you can get it. There's a standalone drug card, and there's through a Medicare Advantage plan like you were referring to. But what happens, Sylvia, if let's just say I was shopping around and I'm pretty savvy. I'm on the internet. I'm shopping insurance. And somebody tells me, Victoria, if you're on Medicare, you need to get a drug card as soon as you're qualify for Medicare. Otherwise, you'll be penalized. Right. So then I go shopping around, I plug in my drugs. Ooh, that one looks good. It's only like $12 a month. I'll go with that one. And that company sounds familiar. I'll go with that one. So I pick my little drug card. It's only going to cost me $14 a month. And then I go on my merry way, right? And then you come along as another agent and you tell me about this plan that offers all these benefits, right? And you enroll me in that plan. Can I keep this other drug plan?
No. So you can only have one drug plan. Yeah. So if you have a drug plan, like you say, you turn 65, you pick up a drug plan, you sign up on it, you're paying $14. Then I come along and I sell you a Medicare Advantage plan. That's what it's bundled. All
in one plan?
All in one plan. Once I signed you up, it kicks you off the other one.
It automatically.
You can only have one plan.
So it automatically disenrolls you from the plan that you had. And keep in mind, depending on the year that the time you're in, you can't just always go back to that other prescription drug plan because you have these enrollment periods. So when you're new to Medicare, it's very important that you're looking at all your options. But the very beginning, you need to go over how Medicare works first. And then anybody that's sitting down with you, they should be. And if you're an agent listening, you should be doing this. If you're not, please start doing this. You need to be going over not only Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage, but the prescription drug option as well. Right. So we when we go over our education, our 101, we go over Medicare first, and then we say option 1, option 2, and option 3. And there's another option, but make it simple. Option 1 is basically you stay on original Medicare and get that prescription drug card. Option 2 is a Medicare supplement and a prescription drug card. And option 3 is just a Medicare supplement with prescription drugs included. Now, there's other variations that you can do, right? And also keep in mind, and we'll get into probably TRICARE and VA on another one because that's important. But if you have group insurance and you have creditable insurance through your group, you don't have to get a drug card because you have a creditable plan through your employer right now. So if you're still working, that's okay, because people get scared. Oh my God, I'm 66 and I didn't choose anything. Am I going to be penalized? So the key thing is, as long as you have creditable coverage in place, you will not be penalized for the Part D or the Part B portion, as long as it's credible coverage. Now, there are certain things that are not credible, like COBRA, certain retirement programs.
The coupon
Oh, that coupon card.
I have a lot of people when I'm at the HEB that are 65 or 66. They stay with just Medicare, and they just thought, I'm healthy. I don't need a drug plan.
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh yes, but I do. And they'll pull out
the good RX.
Yes, a good RX. I'm like, that's not credible coverage. Neither is CareLink.
Yeah.
CareLink is not credible coverage.
And CareLink specific to San Antonio. So for those of you that are in Corpus and other states, there might be programs that your hospital system offers that is not a real health insurance plan, but it almost acts as a substitute. Right. Ours here in San Antonio is called CareLink. So that's for people that didn't quite qualify for the ACA plans and don't qualify for Medicare. They kind of fall, or Medicaid, they fall into CareLink. So there's a lot of different situations. But going back to the drug specifically, when you choose a drug card, or not the good RX like Sylvia says, but a prescription drug card, they call it PDP or prescription drug plan, or drug plan or drug card, whatever you want to call it.
Standalone drug plan.
Standalone drug
That's
plan.
one you might hear.
The only time you're ever going to really choose a standalone drug card is when either one, you just want to stay on original Medicare and nothing else, and then you can get your drugs through a plan. Or two, you get on original Medicare, a Medicare supplement, and because Medicare supplements do not cover drugs, you still have to purchase your separate drug card.
Right.
But some people ask me, well, Victoria, I really want XYZ company because they give me dentures and they give me this and they give me that and I get all these benefits. And I'm like, awesome. They're like, but they don't cover my two expensive drugs, which is Januvia and Trulicity, right? Or whatever you take. And then we're like, well, so then they're like, well, can I get this because I want all those benefits? And then can I get this drug card as well? And the answer is no. And keep in mind, if you do, like, let's just say you enrolled into a Medicare Advantage plan and you're within, let's just say we're in annual enrollment because we're going to come up to that, right? If they're on a Medicare Advantage plan and they come and some agent comes and says, hey, we're going to put you on just a standalone drug card, guess what? It's going to kick you off that Medicare Advantage plan onto original Medicare. So you need to be very careful.
Very careful. I just had a client 2 months ago. He was just turning 65, or he already turned 65, and he had called us. Yeah. And he turned 65. Somebody put him on a Medicare Advantage plan. And then he spoke to somebody who told him, well, you don't have drug plan.
Okay.
So they put him on the drug plan, which meant that he automatically got dropped from the Medicare Advantage plan. 2-3 days later, he had an accident and he started getting all these bills.
Yikes.
So when he called, he's telling me, well, when I talked to the agent, they said I was only going to pay X amount for the hospital, and I had dental and I had this. So I literally had to go back to the very beginning to try to figure out, okay, well, wait a minute. Did you have a supplement? Did you have this? Because he couldn't understand. He wasn't giving me the right information, but that's exactly what happened. They sold him, turning 65, a Medicare Advantage with prescription drugs. Yeah. And then somebody came from behind and gave him a drug plan and kicked him out. So when he went in the hospital, all he had was original Medicare.
Now, this happens a lot because we have an internal shop where we help clients enroll over the phone, but we're not a call center. So you're going to have the direct number to the agent, right? But there's these big call centers, and not that there's anything against, because I love those call centers. But some of these agents, some of them are just trying to get a sell, right? Because they have quotas that they have to meet.
Yes.
Right?
And they're inexperienced.
And some of them are inexperienced. And so what happens is they're like, well, I just got to get something. Let me just sell this drug plan, right? Well, when you do that and you really don't dig deep, like when you listen to Adriana or when Josh or you guys are there collecting information, you're asking a lot of questions, right? And we're not doing this because we want to be nosy, Mr. Customer or Mrs. Customer. We're doing it because we have to collect all the necessary information in order to make sure that we're providing you the very most suitable options for you, because even one thing is off, right? Let's just say all your doctors are covered, but then we didn't check the medications. Well, that could throw your whole plan off, right? And then what will happen is that creates a problem. And then you end up signing up for a plan over the phone because they said that all your medications would be covered at this rate, and then it throws you off. So you need to be careful. You need to know your plans.
Right.
You need to know the difference between standalone drug cards. You need to know the difference between MA only plans.
Right.
That's
with
another
no
one.
drug plan.
So an MA only is a Medicare Advantage plan with no drug coverage. Well, Victoria, why would I want to get one of those?
Would I qualify for those? What do I have to do to qualify for those?
You can get one of those if you have Medicare Part A and Part B. However, the only time most people go on an MA only is when they have like TRICARE VA, where they're getting their medications through their government program or some other instances. And even people can get MA plans without having those, but because they don't take medications. But it's not something we recommend, because when they do need to take a medication, it's not if, it's when, right?
Eventually we will all need some kind, even if we're not taking them on a daily basis. If you get sick, like me, I went to the doctor and they gave me 4 different types of medicine.
Yeah.
2 the first time and 2. And so, yes, they were generic. I didn't have to pay a whole lot, but I don't have insurance. But had they been, a name brand, I would have probably paid $80, $100 for a prescription with no insurance. So everybody, if you have Medicare, you have to have a drug plan, not only because you have to, but because you also get a penalty for not having a drug plan. And that's the thing that people always tell me, well, I don't take any prescriptions. Why do I have to do it? Why do I get penalized? Why? Because why? I tell them, when people were upset because with the ACA that they were getting penalized, I used to tell them, my seniors have been getting penalized for over 20 years. So you know what? Suck it up, buttercup. So no, what I tell them is you have to have a drug plan. They're doing it for your own benefit.
And there's certain situations where you don't have to. That's where you call us and you ask us. And Sylvia, you can call her 210-878-9534. It's been a while.
Never gonna remember my number.
It's been a while. You've been gone for a while.
True.
Hey, and let's give it up for Adriana, because Adriana,
I love Adriana.
She brought down the house when you were gone. We were getting all kinds of comments and stuff like that. She was a good fill-in for you. So we have the confidence if you got to go on vacation, because Sylvia loves to go on vacation. So do I, but but we have Adriana. She'll take over. So she did a really, really good job. We really appreciate
her. Thank you, Adriana.
And
she's at the coast this weekend.
Yeah. She's somewhere. I think she's going to come back much more tanned when she gets back to work on Monday. Or maybe she'll be calling in Monday. One of those. I don't know. But she did a really good job.
Good. So, I'm glad.
So if you guys liked Adriana, put a little thumbs up. And if you're glad that Sylvia's back, put a thumbs up, because she missed you guys too.
She missed you guys.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody who you think would be a good fit for a stand-in one day, or a visitor, a guest.
Yeah, a guest. We love to have guests on. We're gonna probably, I know I keep saying this, but it gets a lot. So like scheduling and all this stuff. So we're gonna try to have more people on the show. Maybe even in person. We can fit them in here. We'll kind of angle the camera differently. Squeeze them in. So, but I was really upset. I said this the last show. I really wanted to have somebody on this. I got to buy one of these things, because I used to have an Android phone and I got this stupid iPhone, and now I can't plug in. Like, I situated everything to my Android, and now I got to change a few wires around because of my iPhone. So anyway, when we fix that, hopefully by next week, we'll bring on some callers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going with this.
I know. I was like,
oh, okay.
Get to the punchline. Get to the punchline here, right?
Here's the dog.
Oh, I miss Sylvia so much, because she always gets we always are on each other. Hi, my Mila. We got a little visitor. Come here. We have a little visitor today. Well, we actually do have a visitor. We have a visitor today, guys. She's going to give you some Medicare information. She's like, give me a treat. And
say hello to Lulu. Say hi.
Say hi. Hello. She's like, she doesn't like to be on camera. She's
like me. She's shy.
Hi. Oh, it's Adriana. Adriana's in the house. She says, "Hey, girls, it's Adriana." See, she's stalking us from. She can't be without
she's a stalker.
us. She cannot be without us. Let me tell you, she loves.
And she's got the most wonderful daughter next to my daughter.
Yeah,
she's got a great daughter. She's what, 16?
Yeah, 16? I think so. Yep.
She's doing a great job here. She really is.
Yeah. So if you see our Instagram and our Facebook growing, that's all Brooke.
That's all her. Because I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah.
I know Victoria gets mad. You got to do it. You got to do it. I can't.
Well, and so people, it's not like I love to be on camera. It's just that, as you grow a business or when you're growing and you're trying to get information out there, you have to be kind of like omnipresent, whether it's on live shows, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. She's trying to search for blueberries over there. So you guys are gonna be seeing a lot more of us, and hopefully we're gonna bring in more guests on the show, so that way we can get more knowledge. We can only talk so much about Medicare. That's why we like talking about other stuff other than Medicare.
Right.
But if there's any topics that you guys want to do, or if you want Sylvia to make something, she would.
They never did. They never send me anything
except Jessica. Jessica send you the Pan Loco, but
yes,
we got it. You should make us some. Well, don't make any seafood because then we're gonna get
seafood.
We're gonna get sick.
I still don't feel 100% when I'm not even craving having a drink.
Oh man, that's bad.
That's bad.
Not
that I drink a lot.
When Sylvia says she does not want to have a cocktail,
yes,
that's pretty serious, guys.
So I think I'm not. When you see me drinking out there somewhere, I'm 100% that way.
Yeah. We'll let you guys know when she's back at 100% because Mexico really did a number on her.
God.
Yeah, and they tell you don't drink the water.
I know, but and like I said, I wasn't, but you brush your teeth and you're like, oops, I took a drink. And then oops, you're taking a shower. There goes
another little droplet.
And then you sit down to eat and they always bring you a glass of water, ice water. And that's another thing. I drink a lot of liquor, mixed drinks and stuff, and they all have ice. Where do they make this ice from?
Ooh, yeah.
Somebody out there with a water hose.
The manguera. Hey, they're with the manguera with the ice trays. Remember those old school ice trays where you go,
those were the best.
But there were the cheap ones.
Other ones, the ones that the metal
ones. We had those.
So did we.
Oh, and then my hands would get stuck to it because I'm like, But remember the ones that if you had the good ones, because they would actually do what it's supposed to do. You go pop and the ice comes out.
The plastic
But
ones.
You have the ones from the Dollar Tree or the ones that were like handed down because you go like this and it crack. So we had a bunch of cracked the what are they called?
The ice trays.
Ice trays. Oh my God, it's been so long.
People, I don't even know if they make them anymore.
I don't know. If you still have ice trays, let us know. We'd like to see them. Send us a picture. Put it in the comment. If you're at home right now and you still have ice trays, we want to see it in the comments. Go take a picture. Man, that'd be cool. If you have an ice tray, we're gonna send you a gift right now. So if you have an ice tray,
there you go.
I want you to go to your freezer. Send us a picture, put it in the comments below, and we're going to send you a nice little gift. I don't know, might be some more ice trays.
And I remember being young and you take out ice and nobody would ever fill it. Our parents would always say, who took the ice? Of course, nobody is going to admit. And then you try to put it back in the refrigerator with water and there's water all over the place. You're like, ooh. You're trying to move the chicken and the pork chops away so you can squeeze it in. And then
the ice would taste like chicken, like frozen food because everything that was so bad.
That was bad. And then it smells.
Yeah.
Everything smells. So while I was gone, I had bought some crab legs. The whole crab was huge, about this
little king crab?
Yes, king crab that I got. And when I got it, I left it on the bottom of the refrigerator for a day. And then I put it back in the freezer, which you shouldn't do that. If it's fresh, you can refreeze it, because it'll go bad.
What's that?
Any kind of seafood that you buy that's fresh, that's thawed out.
Oh,
you need to eat it at that time.
Really?
Don't refreeze it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Because normally if you refreeze it and you unfreeze it, it'll go bad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I learned that the hard way. But anyway.
Can you do it with chicken meat or just?
No.
Chicken meat's fine.
I don't know. I usually never do that, but I did it with seafood, and it's gone bad a couple of times when I've done it.
I think I've done that a couple of times
because I keep saying I'm going to eat it, and then something happens. And anyway, so I bought this huge crab, about this big, and I put it back in the freezer. While I was gone, my daughter took it out because she was going to make it, and it was bad. So she put it back in the refrigerator, and everything in my refrigerator smells like crab. So I cleaned it, and I had some ice in there. I had to throw the ice away. Even the bottom of the refrigerator, if I had ice cubes in there, I would have to throw them away.
Yeah.
Because that smell is like, and I already cleaned everything. And I always, when I open it, it's like I smell, it's like a hint of it, It's
still in the nostrils.
Yes.
It's still, I remember one time.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
Like I said, guys, a little bit of insurance, more of everything else. That's what we should call our show. A little bit of insurance.
A little bit of insurance.
I like that. A little bit of insurance. So I remember one time when I was in Corpus. So when I first moved to San Antonio, my mom would always, like, every time I'd visit Corpus, she would always try to send me back with food. But I'm so bad. Like, you can patch it up, you can pack it up, and I'll forget it.
In the car.
Till this day, Carmenza will pack me lunch, and she'll be like, "Did you take your lunch?" I'm like, "Oh, I forgot to take the lunch."
Yeah.
Or she'll put stuff right there, and I forget it. Right. Well, anyway, a while back when I was first moved to San Antonio, I visited Corpus, and they had went fishing, and my mom had packed all this awesome fish. Like, it was like a lot of fish because back then I was broke, so I was like, I need food, right? So they packed me a lot of fish, and they even put it in a what do you call those?
Ice chest?
Ice chest with ice, because I had to get from Corpus to San Antonio, right? 2 hours. No big deal. Well,
I can see where this is going.
And back then I was working full time, but I wouldn't really pay attention. I think I wasn't in my car for a few days. For whatever reason, I wasn't in my car. Well, when I did need to get to the car,
my God,
there's this massive rancid. I was just like, what is that smell? Right. And I look back like this. And guess what it is? It's the ice chest full of fish that I forgot to take out. And think about this, guys. This was in the heat of the summer. Like, this is like, I just threw the whole thing away. There was no way. I was like, nope. And I had to, like, my car, even though it was in the ice chest, I had to, like, the car even smelled for a few days. So
that's happened with me with potatoes. 5-pound bag of potatoes years ago. I went to the groceries, and somehow when I put it in the trunk, it went underneath the tire. And so a couple of days later, it started smelling. So I was looking for the smell in my car for like 4 or 5 days, driving in the smell with the windows down. I could not figure out where they just kept getting worse and worse. It was like this. Remember the Seinfeld episode when the car smelled?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It stunk so much. I remember my sister was living with me. We couldn't figure it out. So we said, let's just strip the car. So we took everything out of the trunk, and we still couldn't figure out, well, in the trunk, you have your tire, and way down in the bottom, there's like this little hole. And it went all the way in, and it was all mushy and soft and disgusting. And so now I'm always, if I ever buy a bag of potatoes, I usually buy by the pound, but if I ever buy potatoes, I always make sure that because I still remember that smell. It's just potatoes and fish now. My list is growing of things that smell really bad.
What have you
unattended?
So if you're just joining in, if you have an ice tray, those old school ice trays, take a picture of it, send it to us. We're going to send you a nice little gift.
Yes.
We were talking about stuff. We always talk about random crap. So if you have, those old school ice trays, you go, and then the ice would pop out. If you have one of those, send us a picture and we'll send you a gift.
I wouldn't want that. Those are
the vintage ones.
I know.
Those are vintage. Hey, but those were cool.
Estate sales. That's probably the only place we'd be able to get one.
But I don't know. I'm kind of weird using used stuff. I have a little weird thing using used stuff. I don't know. For those of you that are superstitious, I just get
the
grossed
juju.
out.
I've heard people that say that on furniture.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know what you did on your furniture or what. I mean, I don't know. That's just
or
me.
with spirits or in your. So this is gonna be a weird. So I have a piano that I bought years ago at this place called Fawcett by the courthouse.
Yep.
It's not even there. They used to have this old fashioned elevator that would creep you up to the second floor. And I bought this piano there. And when I took it home at night, I could hear a couple of notes playing.
Ooh,
and
this is good.
I used to think, and I had already left there for like about a year. So there was no ghosts or anything, but I started hearing this little ding, ding, like the piano. Ooh. So I thought, I don't know, maybe it's unleveled, maybe there's something wrong with it. And it just went on. At first it would scare me. And then I thought, well, if it's a ghost, let it live here.
Right.
Just,
no big deal.
And then I talked to my aunt. Very religious, and she said, no, if there's a spirit, you can't allow them, you can't welcome them into your house. You can't say, yeah, go ahead, play the piano for me.
On like Mozart or something.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Not? She said, no, you have to tell it to leave. You can't, you're accepting it, whether you're thinking it's a good spirit, but you don't know what other spirits they're going to come in. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what I was told by my Aunt Alice. So she said, no, you have to get it out of your house.
How do you get it out?
And so she's like, you just have to tell them, you have to pray, and you know, kind of like an exorcist, or not really an exorcist, but just tell them, no, you're not allowed, you're not welcome in my house. But it was so funny because as every day was going by, it was like more notes. It was like one note, and then you hear a couple of notes, and then a couple of notes. It was really weird, right? And I didn't think anything about it. And after I did that, get out of my house.
Her teeth like, ding.
Yeah, and this was always at night.
Ooh, scary.
It was always at night. So I did that, get out of my house, and then I never heard a note again.
I would think you have to be nice. Like, hey, would you mind,
Well, that's what I was doing. Like, okay, if it's a ghost and you're playing, and like what you're saying, you buy furniture and you don't know where this furniture has been or what it's been through or what it's absorbed, what, bad juju it absorbed and stuff.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of other stuff, but we went the ghost route. I was thinking like people are laying there and sweaty on their couch,
Oh yeah, no, I would never buy couch or anything. I bought furniture, tables and stuff like that. But I always, I'm obsessively cleaning. When I get all that stuff.
I like brand new stuff. Like even when it comes to
I like antiques.
Well, and I like the thought of an antique. I just don't know. I don't know.
Is it because somebody sat on it, or because the ghosts of Christmas
It could be a
past?
little bit of both. Like, I'm not a big believer in like ghosts, but like I don't not believe in ghosts. You know what I mean? I just try not to think about it, because I think if you think about stuff, then stuff comes, and I don't think about it. So I'm like, no big deal. Like even Carmen's like, did you hear something? And I'm like, no. Or like, so like it'd be random, and I'm like, oh, it was just the attic, the AC, or oh, it was just this, because we have a brand new house, but still.
Right. But it's the land.
Don't say that. Come on. If she's watching, you're going to scare her.
I'm just kidding.
Not the land.
It's not the land. So years ago, when I was poor, I mean, I'm still not rich, but I used to buy a lot of my clothes at the Goodwill, and I could go and with $10, I could have an outfit every day.
Wow.
Because I didn't like to wear the same thing over and over. And then one of my friends from work said, so are you cleansing it? And I'm thinking, well, I wash it,
Yeah.
When I buy something, I always wash it. She goes, no, you're supposed to get oiled, and you're supposed to say a sign of the cross on the back, because you don't know who wore this clothes before and what their spirit was and this and that. And I was like, so for like 2 weeks, I was afraid to go to the Goodwill and buy anything, because I kept thinking about her. And then I finally said, I'm too broke to go to Macy's. I'm going to go back to the Goodwill.
Yeah, you're like, well, if these ghosts are on my back, I'll give them a piggyback. Who cares?
It's like, all right. But I guess people have different beliefs. And
yeah, I just, I always just try to think like, not like that. Cause I can go down that path. Like That's why I don't like watching scary movies at night.
I don't watch them.
I don't like to watch scary movies. I don't mind watching like thrillers, but like scary like possessed movies. Like what were those movies like? What's that one?
Like The Exorcist.
Yeah, like those. I don't
remember watching that years ago.
I don't want to do that. I don't like to bring that in my house.
Poltergeist.
Well, Poltergeist is more like, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that.
Really?
I know what it is, but I don't think because that was when I was younger. And I didn't like, I remember, and if Priscilla's watching, she's probably going to get mad at me. But when she was younger, not anymore, when she was younger, being like, because I remember I was like 7, she probably had been 8. We had this little box TV, and I can remember clearly we had like these chairs that were like bar height, and she was sitting on the chair right in front of the TV watching The Exorcist. And I had my little bomb bat. That was my baseball bat. And I was like, I'm like, don't come at me, spirits. I'm going to get you. So since I was young, I didn't like that stuff. I'll watch it now. Like if I'm at a movie or like something and I don't get scared. Like I'm not a startler. Like I don't like the way I get scared. I'm just like if somebody says, boo, I don't get scared.
Do that again. How do you get scared?
Boo. So if somebody like tries to like startle me, like I'm just kind of like I'm not like, oh my God, you know.
That me, I'm a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
I don't like scary movies.
So is
I don't like to
Carmenza.
be scared.
Yeah.
I'm a big chicken.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
anything.
How does a chicken sound?
Chick, 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 chick. No, that's not a chicken.
The fact that she did it, that's hilarious.
And then with this yellow, I look like a chicken. There you go. That was a duck. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big chicken. I don't like scary movies. I don't, everything frightens me. And
Yeah.
So,
Well, we all have our ticks, but I don't know, how do we get on this? Like we always go off we went from talking about ice things. We went to talking about fish
and then ice.
And then now we're talking about ghosts and spirits. So,
and the piano.
This is what you get when you join the Medicare Space live show. We talk about
we talk about Medicare? Yes, a little bit.
Yeah. If you want to catch when we talked about Medicare, it's probably going to be like 10 minutes in, and then like maybe in that
5 minutes,
right in that middle. Yeah. Right in that middle, that's when we talk about it. But you can always go to our YouTube channel and get all the Medicare. Like if you're a nerd and you really want to learn all about Medicare, go to our YouTube channel, watch our videos, or go to our website and you can learn on there, or call us and we'll teach you.
So AEP's coming.
AEP's coming. Annual enrollment. We got to remember that a lot of these individuals watching are not acronym. They don't know acronym.
Right.
So annual enrollment period is coming up.
October.
We say it's coming up. It's in October. That's 2 months away.
October the 15th till December the 7th.
But we as agents and as a company, we are already preparing for it.
We start preparing in January, really.
Pretty much. Like once it's over, it's like, okay, we got to start thinking about I'm like, oh my God.
Because before you know it, it's here. It's like, oh my God, this year has really gone by fast.
I almost feel when you're a Medicare insurance agent, that time goes by faster because we're living in the future.
Yes.
Like we're always living in the future.
A month ahead.
Or even 3 months ahead, because if you're new to Medicare, we're going to write you 3 months ahead.
Right.
So we're like, oh, we're writing for October now or November now.
Yep.
So
that's right. And tomorrow, when is August the 1st? Saturday?
August the 1st is, I believe,
Sunday.
I don't know. Let me see.
Sunday, August, September, October, November, December, 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
We're closer to
5 months. Oh, to the end of the year.
To the end of the year.
Yeah. I'm still trying to learn. Okay, yeah. So August 1st is on Monday. So
it is Monday?
Yeah, it's Monday.
Okay,
it's Monday.
Good.
So for those of you that show up and like join us, we love you guys. Like this is fun for us. We actually look forward to doing this with y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed listening with us because at the same time, we want to get you an education, but we don't want to bore you to death either. We want to like just be ourselves, have fun. But if there's topics that y'all want to talk about, we love to talk about anything. We can go on for hours, right, Sylvia?
Yes.
Like, if we can be on here for hours, we would be.
I was listening to Joe Peggs the other day. I love his show.
Who's that?
Joe Peggs.
I don't know.
Channel Station 12.
Uh-huh.
It's a political station. And so they do the same thing. It's usually nonsense and they'll throw in a little bit of news here. Then it's all nonsense. And then a little bit. I'm like, hey, They're doing our rap. They're taking after us.
Or maybe we're doing theirs and we don't even know it. I think you learn your audience. You know, we notice that you guys, when we talk too much insurance, it's like, and then we start talking about other stuff. But we just love talking about stuff.
We just like talking.
We just like talking, and we love to experience life. So when we go somewhere, we're going to tell you all about it. Like Sylvia just got back from Mexico. She was in Cancun.
It was lovely.
How was it over there, though? Like, was it like? Did you have to wear the mask everywhere?
Everywhere we went.
Okay.
Everywhere, from the moment we got to the airport to the moment we came back.
Okay.
I mean, everywhere. At the hotel, unless you're in the pool, literally in the pool. The minute you get out of the pool and go to the bar, because they had bars in the pool, but if you got out and went to a different bar or whatever, just walking, if they would see you without a mask, they would tell you, you need to put your mask. So they've got people standing around making sure that everybody is wearing the mask. The same thing, you go inside to the lobby, and you and not only do you have to have your mask on, it has to be properly on you. Yeah, it's got to be covering your nose. So a lot of the time you put on the mask and it's like kind of hiding. You have it here, and no, they had people all over the place telling you, put it back on.
And obviously not on the beach, right?
Right, not on the beach. And then we did take a boat ride. So while we're waiting in line, while we're in the bigger boat to go to the smaller boat, everybody's wearing the mask. Once we got to the boat, it was just us, then we could take it off. But yes, everywhere. At the airport, like literally everywhere we went, unless you're sitting down at a restaurant or you're inside the pool.
Interesting.
So it's kind of crazy that you have to wear it, and now they're thinking that, oh, it's hot. It was super hot. I'm dying.
Maybe all that heat got you sick too, because I can't breathe. Like if I'm in, I get really like winded fast. Like I learned, like if I have it on too long, I can't, like I'm just get lightheaded and stuff.
I have bad sinus, so I can't breathe through my nose. At night, I have to sleep with a couple of pillows. And so with the mask, I feel like if I'm breathing my own breath.
Well, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Well, you got a new toothbrush.
Thank you, Anna.
Hey, the good news of the mask is that you can smell your own breath, and you know when you got to brush your teeth. So brush your teeth.
I know it. It's like this never-ending wearing mask thing.
Go ahead. Sorry. You live in Texas, so
I know. Yeah, it's everywhere is different.
I went to St. Louis, Missouri, and they were like no one.
Really?
Not even in the airport.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, random, but nobody was enforcing it, but nobody was there. And then we went to Dallas. Texas. We're in Texas. I'm trying to think of areas that I've gone but we haven't been out of the country yet. Have we? No, we went to Vegas.
Vegas.
It was just more Vegas, right?
That was the beginning of the year,
Have you guys
right?
been, anybody that's listening, have y'all been out and about, or have y'all traveled anywhere lately? Let us know.
When we went to Vegas, it was earlier during the year. And at that time, everybody was still wearing the mask. So I think there weren't that many people not wearing it.
I can guarantee you, I'm just going to guarantee you guys, because we said mask and COVID, when you post this on Facebook, and they like, it's really weird. Like they can hear, like they catch the words. And so if you see this later posted, it's going to have that little thing on there just because we're just casually talking about it, which is crazy. But just letting y'all know.
It's going to have what on it?
So when you look, so like whenever anybody like talks about like keywords, COVID, masks, they automatically assume you're not putting the right information out there. So they're going to put a little like,
a disclaimer,
like this is not COVID fact, which is weird how it could pick it up like from voice.
His Big Brother's always watching.
That's crazy, right? You know what's scary to me about Facebook?
They know everything about you.
Well, that too, but and maybe for the geeks out there that are all tech and stuff, but you know how when somebody posts a picture of you, and then it says, "Hey, you should be tagged in this photo,"
right?
Like. It has it knows your face.
Right.
That's kind of scary. Don't you think?
Yes. Or if I always freak out the fact that if I'm Googling something, anything, and then when I go to Facebook, it's there. I'm like,
well, that's easier because that's tracked through like pixels and cookies and all that.
I don't know what that means.
But what worries me is the actual face. Like
face recognition.
Face recognition. That is scary. I don't know. What if I lose weight? Is it going to know? Because it knows when I gain weight and I lose weight. Is it going to know that it's still me?
If I get a facelift, will it still recognize me?
Right? Like, what if I get a nose job and a facelift and some Botox? And what is it going to still recognize me?
Like,
I don't know.
Who is this person? Unknown.
All right, guys.
Unknown individual. What time is it?
It's already time to go. So, guys, we love you guys.
It's already 10:50. I am on my way to the senior center on Thousand Oaks. If anybody wants to go out there and say hello to me, or
in San Antonio,
go do a little exercise, join the gym.
All right.
It's I love that place. So
in San Antonio, the San Antonio Senior Center, which is
Thousand Oaks. I'm sorry, I thinking San Antonio only, but yes.
So for those of you, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We're going to be back next Friday with some information. If you can find a picture, I'll tell you what, if you can find a picture from now to next Friday of someone in your family of those ice trays, join us on the next show. Have a picture ready, post it in the comments. You'll be put in a drawing just for engaging with us.
Ice drawing, ice, baby.
Dun 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 dun. All right, guys. Well, we gotta sign off. We'll see you later, guys. And y'all have a very nice, safe weekend. And we love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.